Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well today. I want to give you guys an update on what is happening with Bitcoin right now and where will we see Bitcoin heading in the next few months, right? So where will Bitcoin be, towards the end of this year in 2023, and where will we see Bitcoin next year in 2024? And there is in fact a fair few charts indicating and showing us that we might actually see Bitcoin pump from where it is right now. Okay, so does this mean it's all ups from here for Bitcoin? And that is exactly what I want to talk about for today's video. So before we get into today's video, give this video a quick little thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I would really appreciate that as always. And on that, let's begin with today's video. So Bitcoin right now, okay, is still holding strong at $28,000. And we know Bitcoin had this pretty significant pump from fake news. Okay, we all know that, and Bitcoin right now is just holding at $28,000. Okay, so Bitcoin, okay, overall is still holding pretty strong. You guys can just clearly see that. Overall, the market today is actually down 1%. Okay, so Bitcoin and Ethereum both down 1%. And you guys can clearly see, a fair few altcoins are in fact having a drop today, okay, whereas some altcoins are not really moving. So you guys can see for the past 24 hours, we aren't really seeing much movements in the market, okay, we really aren't. So that's that, right? Overall, the market today is still holding pretty strong. Bitcoin is still holding strong at 28K, and Ethereum is still holding strong at $1,500. So that being said, let's begin with these charts. So Bitcoin is about to have the next halving, and I told you guys, okay, and I'm pretty sure we all know this, that every single time we have the halving for Bitcoin, okay, this is where Bitcoin really tends to pump the most, right? Every single time we have the halving, this is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most. So you guys can clearly see April next year in 2024, of course, this is potentially where, okay, the next halving is going to happen for Bitcoin. And understand, guys, that we're not going to see Bitcoin pump straight away when the halving actually happens, right? Usually we're going to give Bitcoin, a few weeks, even a few months to really pump and to really, enter the next, bull run. So that's why I've been telling guys, towards the end of the year in 2024, that's when I really do see Bitcoin starting to have the next bull run, okay, for Bitcoin. And understand, guys, we have been in this bear market for almost 2 years now, believe it or not. And this is honestly one of the longest, if not the longest, bear markets that we have been in throughout crypto history, right? So we're about to end it, and we're about to enter the next bull cycle, enter the next bull market. So that's about to happen. So be ready for that, guys. The year 2024, and of course throughout the year in 2025 are going to be some amazing years for Bitcoin and crypto overall, right? So be ready for that. So yes, okay, the progress to the next halving, we are almost there, guys. Okay, we are literally almost there. So be prepared for that. And I really want to show you guys this as well. Okay, you guys can see this chart just showing you guys, when we had the first halving, the second halving, and the third halving, right, our most previous halving back in 2020. It just shows you guys, where the price was for Bitcoin when these halvings did occur and happen. So you guys clearly see the first halving happened in 2012. Okay, and Bitcoin was sitting at $12, right? It was sitting at $12. Insane compared to where it is right now, right? Times have changed a lot for Bitcoin. And our second halving that happened in 2016. Okay, 2016, you guys clearly see it was sitting at $600, right? $648. And then in 2020, okay, our third halving, our most previous halving that happened in 2020, Bitcoin was sitting at 8,500. Okay, so it's pretty crazy. So our fourth halving that's coming up, April 2024 next year, where will we see Bitcoin sitting? Okay, will we see Bitcoin, sitting at $30,000, $40,000, $50,000? I hear a lot of predictions out there that we might actually see Bitcoin reach at least 50K. And I'm sticking with it, right? If you guys have in fact been watching my videos, I've told you guys many times, I do in fact see a 50K Bitcoin towards potentially end of this year in 2023 or early next year in 2024. So will we potentially see a 50K Bitcoin when our fourth halving is happening in April next year? We will see. Who really knows? But personally, I do in fact see at least a 50k Bitcoin or even a 60k Bitcoin, you know, uh, when our fourth halving does in fact occur and happen, right? So that's just my personal prediction. You guys can let me know in the comments down below. Where do you guys see Bitcoin heading in April 2024, right? What do you guys think the price will be sitting at? Okay, so let me know. I'd love to know. Moving on to charts, okay, for Bitcoin, of course, indicating that it's all ups from here. Starting off with this one, you guys clearly see that yes, Bitcoin is expanding a flat correction. Okay, we know a couple months ago, okay, coming up to almost a year now, last November, okay, last year in November, we saw Bitcoin sitting at around $15,400, and that was Bitcoin's official bottom. Okay, and then throughout this year in 2023, that's when we actually saw Bitcoin starting to slowly recover up to the upside. You guys clearly see that Bitcoin's clearly, okay, it's clearly forming a new pattern up to the upside right here. Okay, you guys can just clearly see that. And you guys have to understand, when Bitcoin does in fact reach a bottom, we don't actually see Bitcoin go back down to its previous bottom. So for all the people that are in fact saying, we're going to see Bitcoin go back down to like, 20k or even below 20k, think again, right? And I know, I've made videos talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin could potentially be in trouble, okay, because of what's happening right now with the war and whatnot, right? And that could potentially, cause Bitcoin to drop. But so far, right, if you just look at the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin is still holding strong. Okay, and I know Bitcoin pumped because of fake news. I understand that, guys, but still, Bitcoin is still up, right? It's still above $28,000. Okay, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin below 28k for the longest time, for the past few weeks, right? Even over a month. So it's great to see Bitcoin sitting at $28,000, right? So it's all up from here, guys. Okay, Bitcoin throughout Bitcoin history, we never seen, once Bitcoin reaches a bottom, we don't see it go back down to its previous bottom, right? In the same, bear market, right? So it's all up from here, guys. Okay, potentially for Bitcoin. Okay, it really, really is. And here's another chart just showing you guys, okay, what could potentially happen for Bitcoin. Now, I wouldn't say, I believe history does sort of repeat itself, but it rhymes, right? I've said that many times. So you guys can see what happened in 2020 could potentially happen for, 2023 and of course throughout 2024. Okay, so it's all up from here for Bitcoin, guys. Okay, this breakout will soon be confirmed, just like what Stock Money Lizards has said right here. So be ready for all my Bitcoin holders out there. Bitcoin, okay, is ready to pump. Okay, it's ready to break 30k. Okay, it's ready to go back up to 35k to 40k and higher. Right, it's even ready to go back up to its previous all-time highs and reach a new all-time high. Okay, so it seems like it's all up from here for Bitcoin. Okay, it's all up from here. Okay, and yes, maybe short term, couple days, couple weeks, maybe even, we might actually see Bitcoin have more retests back down to the downside. And hey, if that happens, take that as an opportunity to buy more Bitcoin. Like I said many times, we all should be buying as much Bitcoin right now. This right now is the perfect time to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can. We are still in the buy zone, guys. So please understand that, and understand that right now, okay, is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity to buy Bitcoin while it's still cheap. Okay, if you actually look at the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin is nowhere near back up to its previous all-time highs, right? Not even halfway there yet. So if you really think about it, okay, we're still in bear conditions. Bitcoin is still cheap. And I've been telling guys for the longest time that right now is the perfect opportunity to buy Bitcoin. Okay, so that's that. Now, yes, short term, you guys clearly see, here's another chart just showing you guys that pretty much it's all ups from here for Bitcoin, right? We're going to see Bitcoin pump back up to $30,000 to 35 to 40 to 45 to $50,000, like I've been mentioning many, many times. And of course, reaching back up to its previous all-time highs, and of course, reaching a new all-time high. Okay, so for all the people out there that are, thinking we're going to see Bitcoin, drop back down below 20k, think again. Okay, because I truly do believe right now that it's all ups from here for Bitcoin, right? And we know that a lot of spot Bitcoin ETFs will soon enough be approved. Okay, and if one gets approved, then the rest will get approved as well, guys. And remember, it's not if, it's when. Okay, and soon enough, it's going to happen. There's a lot of deadlines coming up right now for a lot of Bitcoin spot ETFs. So the SEC, right, Gary Gensler has to make a decision. Okay, and I know it's going to get confirmed. Okay, and I know it's going to get approved. And once it gets approved, we're going to see Bitcoin pump. And understand, we saw Bitcoin pump all the way up to like $29,000 to even $30,000 from fake news, right? We know what happened. It was fake news, okay? There was no Bitcoin spot ETF that got approved, okay? I know we saw Cointelegraph tweeted that out, but it was fake, okay? And we saw how much Bitcoin pumped. So imagine the real deal. When a Bitcoin spot ETF does officially get approved, imagine how much money is going to be poured into Bitcoin and how much Bitcoin is going to pump. You can just imagine, right? So understand, it's all up from here for Bitcoin, okay? It really, really is. There's a lot of deadlines coming up, okay, for a lot of these Bitcoin spot ETFs, and soon enough, the SEC, Gary Gensler, has to approve, okay, one of them. And if one gets approved, then the rest will get approved, right? So exciting times are happening for Bitcoin. The future is looking very, very bright for Bitcoin. Long term, let's have a look right here. Okay, what happened with Bitcoin in previous years when we entered, okay, the next bull market, and you guys could just clearly see this is where we are right now. So clearly, Bitcoin in the next few years, of course, 2024 and especially 2025 are going to be some amazing years for Bitcoin and crypto. We're going to see Bitcoin pump like crazy. So understand, Bitcoin is still below 30K. It may seem boring right now for Bitcoin, but understand this is the most crucial time to buy Bitcoin. Okay, while we're still down here, guys. Okay, not a lot of people are in fact talking about Bitcoin. Okay, a lot of people I feel like are sort of fearful right now for Bitcoin and bearish and just scared in general, right? This is the perfect time to buy, because soon enough we're going to see Bitcoin run up to the upside. And I really don't want you guys to chase those green candles and FOMO in when Bitcoin is pumping, because obviously a lot of people are going to do that, right? And I don't want you guys to be one of them. Do that now. Buy now, right? This is the best time to buy, guys. So that's that. Be prepared, okay, for the next bull run, and of course for the next bull cycle, the next bull market. All my Bitcoin holders out there that's watching this video right now, be prepared for that. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's really it for what I really wanted to talk about for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I would really appreciate that as always. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.